Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Down the Bayou. Tonight, so far, Chubz is headed down to get on his tugboat, and the skipper would believe was supposed to co-host with me, but something come up with him, I guess, as well. So you guys got me tonight. We'll bring up our special guest in just a moment, and we're going to run through our hellos here. Ricky, and let's see, Ricky with RB Animal Rescues, Lance Jones, Chewy with Lunatic Friends. Let's see, Multiple Aquariums, Miss Patty with Patty's Petite Tanks, Miss Muppet, Jenny Lynn, COC, that's Adele. Let's see, Terry Topical Tanks, and Stephen, of course, Stephen P2003 will be bringing up in just a minute. And Deborah Diddy. Hello, everyone. The holiday was nice. We grilled the backyard. That's right. Had a great time. Let's see. Geek Boy, good to see ya. Dragon Layer, good to see you. I don't get to see you much that often, man. Ames, Darlene's Tanks. Hey, you guys. Feel like I haven't seen y'all in a while. I don't remember seeing y'all this morning. Mike. Florida Fish Rescue. Okay. Bottom Dwellers. Let's see. All right. I think I made it to the bottom. All right. So if I missed you guys, please let me know. Drop your name again at the bottom. Say, hey, Jess, you forgot me. But, and I'll pick you back up. There's 3G. Hey, Greg. Darling, yeah, I knew you were there, babe. I thought, look, it gets to be so much, because I ran for so long this morning, I get to running strings together. And then I'm like, well, were they there? Or were they? So please forgive me for that. I really don't mean anything by it when I say, well, did I see you? It's only because I love you. All right, guys, with no further ado, I'm going to bring up our special guest, Stephen, with Stephen P2003. Come on up, Stephen. There you go.
Hey. Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad. Thanks for having me up.
No, I'm glad you were able to make it on Memorial Day, for sure. I'm glad you were able to make it.
I got nothing else to do on Memorial Day.
Did you do any cooking out or plans or?
Grilled some burgers for lunch, and then the kids got picked up by their grandma. So yeah. Smooth sailing for the rest of the day.
Well, that sounds pretty cool. I didn't do much of anything else. I had that
Nice.
5 hour stream, and then got off of that, and then started doing tanks, and then had a big mishap, and then got frustrated and started getting ready for the show. But yeah. So I seen Fishymon came in. What's up, Fishymon? And Joseph Stanley and Patrick Hardy. Hey, you guys. Thanks for coming in. Like I said, tonight, we're probably not going to have Chubz. He might pop in later or pop in and out, but right now he was headed to get on a tugboat job, and that was a spur of the moment thing. Didn't know it was going to happen. So that's where he's at. And then Skipper's been filling in for him, but I think Skipper got a call. So that's where Skipper is. So either one of them can pop in, but we're just going to keep on rolling with the show. So, Stephen.
Did you want to share that mishap that occurred, or is it a secret?
My mishap? Well, let's give it a few. Let's give it a few minutes. Let me let some people get out of the living room, and then I'll tell everybody what happened.
All right.
Leave that one up in suspense.
Yeah.
So, Stephen, we're going to start from the beginning. Okay, just from the slap plumb beginning. When did you get your first fish tank?
Well, if you want to say officially first, it was like when I was, I don't know, 12 and won I think it was a goldfish at a carnival. You throw the ping pong ball in the fish bowl and get a fish.
Yep. Same thing with me.
But I didn't know anything. Like
Me
my
neither.
parents stopped by Walmart. We got a fish bowl and some food, and that is it.
I didn't even get
No dechlorinator at
Yeah,
all.
right. I didn't get it. I
So
didn't even get a fish bowl. We went home and got one of my mom's or my stepmom's vases. One of the big vases. Didn't even stop. Didn't get. We didn't have fish food. Daddy went outside and got a worm, and that's what we fed that for the first night. And then I think the next night she went and got whatever, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
how long did he last? Mine lasted about 12 hours.
Um, Mine might have lasted 2 days. Might have lasted 2 days, but just long enough for you to get attached to it, and then being a bunch of girls, boohoo and cry
Yeah.
and run with it. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, when I started doing it legitimately a couple of years ago, and really it's my wife who got me started with it because she's an elementary teacher. She wanted to have a class pet, but there's all sorts of regulations about what kind of class pet you can have, and she's allergic to a lot of things. So it all narrowed down to a fish tank, and
Yeah.
she had fish tanks growing up as well. And
Yeah.
so she wanted to get one for the house, and I was reluctantly like, I guess it sounds like a lot of work.
Right.
And yeah, that turned into 9 fish tanks that I maintain by myself
Right.
mostly.
Hey, Color Guppies. Good to see you. Glad you dropped in. Hey, Zen Ginger. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you, girl. So we got the goldfish, and then y'all did get a tank for the house.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we can get like a 10 or 20, and then I look at the space we have available, and I'm like, oh, it's a good bit of space. We get to Petco, they got their sale going on, and so we ended up walking out with a 40 breeder. Which, I definitely no regrets about the 40 breeder. It opened up a lot of options
Sure.
in terms of fish you can keep, because
Heck yeah.
it's got to be frustrating when people get their 10-gallon, they go into a pet store and they find out like all these little things that they wanted to keep, like goldfish, just a basic goldfish. You really can't
Hey,
keep in a
Bob.
10. Hey, Bob.
To Cooley for Schooly. Having some great people coming up in here.
Yeah.
Still rolling in.
Recognize all these names.
That's right. So we got the tank, the 40 breeder.
Uh-huh.
What did we put up in the front? What did we put in the 40 breeder?
I went to Louisiana Fish Store. You ever heard of that?
No.
It's the
Where's it
only local fish, at least the only freshwater local fish store in Baton Rouge besides, PetSmart and Petco.
Okay.
And they recommended some basic stuff like neon tetra. What else? I think that was the day I also got the Maculakai rainbows, which I still have. And then as we were leaving, one of the fish store employees gifted me 3 giant Danios just to add to the tank. So we get those 3 giant Danios and the neon tetras in the tank, and immediately the giant Danios ate all the tetras.
Oh,
I mean, just went after them. So that was kind of traumatic. So we rehomed the giant Danios. I didn't get any more neons. And then I really like the Maculakai. I like the Melanitania species. So ended up getting Australian rainbows to go in there, and some rosy tetra, and some corridors, and angelfish.
Awesome. I love my angels.
Yeah.
Love my angels. So is it a planted tank, or did you start out with plastic, or what? How'd you go?
I have a video on my channel about that tank, and with a picture of what it looked like.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 ornaments from PetSmart or Petco that did not fit any theme or motif. It had like teal and white gravel, just because my daughter likes teal, so I figured she'd enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah, it was just your average tacky first tank look, And
Right.
I actually did have some live plants, but not very many. I was like, there's no way I can't take care of terrestrial plants, so there's no way I can take care of aquatic plants. I've never had an aquatic plant. But yeah, that quickly turned into every tank in the house being a planted aquarium. And I mean planted like end to end. I really got into that, the planted tank side of it.
Yeah. So when did you start? How did you learn to do the planted plant tank? Who did you get that from?
Um, the basic stuff, I mean, I guess probably the same story as everybody else who's on YouTube is they get their tank, they start doing research, they end up finding some of the big channels, like Aquarium Co-op and whatnot, learning all they can, going down the rabbit hole with them, and then making your way to the smaller channels and stuff. So I mean, I probably learned the basic planted tank stuff from Aquarium Co-op, and then I've been learning a lot more from people like Bentley Pasco. Very underrated. He deserves more subs for sure. He knows his
Oh
plants.
yeah, no, he that guy's got it going on. He's a corgi owner, so that's even better.
Oh yeah, Papalimo.
That's right. That's right. Um, so your wife enjoys it too?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Really?
yeah. I mean, I do the maintenance stuff just because I work from home, so I've got more time to do it. She's a teacher. She's off for the summer, luckily. But yeah, most of the maintenance I do myself. She's good at spotting the illnesses. Like she has much better eyes than me, so she'll be staring at a tank and she'll notice like one dot of ick on a tetra fin and tell me about it. So we're able to medicate pretty quickly, and I think I have 100% survival rate with ick at least. And
That's
she'll
great.
she'll diagnose like all the bacterial stuff, like stuff that I'm looking at the aquarium from far away, looking at plants and stuff, and just completely not notice a sick fish. So if it wasn't for her, we'd probably have some mass casualties.
I hear you. Well, that's great. So, what part of it? She does the looking and making sure. Do you do the feeding and water changes?
She'll do speeding sometimes. I do the water changes and the cleaning and stuff. Not begrudgingly. I mean,
Yeah.
I like all the steps of maintenance.
Uh
It's
huh.
all therapeutic for me.
Right. Yeah. I think I think if you do your water changes and everything, you know more what's going on in the tank at all times for the most part.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm constantly always have my hands in the tank as well.
so, favorite fish.
Oh man. I would have to say favorite genus, I guess, would be Melanitania, the rainbow fish.
Okay.
I like watching them in the mornings and their spawning behavior and the way they color up in the mornings,
Uh huh.
and they're hungry little bastards.
Right.
And I like guppies too. Guppies are kind of dumb, so I guess they're my second favorite for that reason.
I hear you. I hear you. I like them because they're pretty and there's so
Yeah,
many different colors. Um, I don't know. I just that they'll always be my number one. But these
yeah.
killies are so creeping up, and the angels. So they're creeping up real close to. Ooh,
I only have one kind of killifish. It's a lampi. It's not the Norman's lampi. It's a
okay.
different kind.
Uh
It's
huh.
it's small and kind of unremarkable, and they don't do a whole lot. So it's I guess not the best first impression with killifish. I have seen some that look
Probably
really
not.
nice though.
Yeah, the one that they sell at my store, they call it. Oh dang, Greg would know. It's the Gardner, not
Gardner eye.
gold. It's just the golden wonder killie.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I haven't hasn't impressed me at all. Like I looked at it the other day at there, and I was like, wait, that looks like a killie, and they said it was, and I said, well, that doesn't. That looks like a killie, but it doesn't look like a killie. It's not colored like a killie, and they had nothing to say, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not taking that one home with me, but um, I'm very happy with the ones that I have right now, for sure, for sure.
I was
So,
gonna
what do you
put
plan
some
on?
killi.
You got how many tanks right now do you have?
Including the quarantine tank, I have 9 right now.
Okay.
A lot of them are just display tanks or fun tanks, and a
Yeah.
few of them some breeding projects.
Okay. What is your most disliked fish?
Um, those killifish are a strong contender. Let me think. um,
Quit. Listen with it. Quit.
those Danios kind of pissed me off in the beginning. I only have that one experience with Danios, so I guess that's not quite fair. They just seem kind of spastic.
Yeah. Mike's Aquatics and Things. Hello, Jenny. You. Hello. Ian. Hello. I hope I didn't miss anyone. As everybody's still filling in. Huh.
I would say probably the fish that a fish that I actually keep that I hate is the Siamese algae eater. They were great when they were young, and now they're like 6 inches long and huge, and they just hide all the time, and they eat everything else that the fish eat, and yeah, they're just kind of useless now.
Yeah. Do they still eat algae?
I don't know, probably not. I've never witnessed them doing it, and not in a while at least. So maybe they do.
I
Maybe
hear
they're
that
secretly cleaning.
algae eaters aren't really good at eating algae. I heard that from someone.
Well, they are when they're young. It's just the issue when they grow up, they just start demanding more protein. I guess when they get to spawning age, they feel like they need to change their diets a lot.
I hear you. Okay. So, what is your wife? Do you know what fish she wants to get?
Her dream tank is a large display tank where the main fish is a black ghost knife, and then whatever else will go with the black ghost knife. So probably, I think they need warm water, so maybe something like discus or angels. But we don't have room for a big tank like that yet.
Ian said, "Do I hear smack about golden wonder killies? They're awesome. They're an awesome fish. Just wait till the males color up and watch the females. Oh shoot, chop chop. Wait, watch. Wait.
Watch what you put with them. They got a big mouth.
And watch what you put with them. They got big mouth. They definitely got some big mouths. They're eating all them bugs that that have ended up with them. There are no bugs in their tanks. Miss Sandy, how are you, Miss Sandy?
I've seen the golden wonders at a fish store, which is not the best place to judge like what a fish.
Yeah, that's true because they're washed out, and but they didn't. They looked like a washed out killie with light yellow dots, like light yellow dots, and that was it. That was it. There was nothing to them, so I didn't get them. I definitely have to go researching them before I took them home, but
they were probably young too.
They might have been. But I'm sorry. We got into that. You said your wife. What is her fish that she's wanting to? Oh, the ghost knife.
Yeah, the black ghost knife, and whatever else will go with it. She just really likes the ghost knife, so that would be the starting point.
What could you put with a ghost knife?
Whatever it can't eat, I guess. And I think I haven't looked into them too much. I think they're like a warmer water fish, like something in the 80s. So discus or angels or something like that.
Could you put like mollies or platies?
I mean, I guess as long as they don't eat them. I don't know exactly how big a ghost knife gets and how big their mouth is to see.
Right.
But I mean, a molly's pretty big. I imagine a molly would be all right.
Yeah. I think a molly or a platy would be okay. Of course, no babies. All the babies would get eaten. But well, that's different for well, I say it's different. Miss Lori likes big fish, but and I like that fish. I like the ghost knife fish. I won't be able to keep one, but they're very, very tempting when I see them in the store. They really are cool.
Yeah, very interesting looking fish.
Yes.
I'm not that big into the large fish either, mostly because I don't have room in the house for a 300-gallon aquarium to keep something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you talked about two tanks, right? So what are in the other tanks?
Um, let's see which tanks. So I've got the living room tank, which just planted display tank with angels and rainbows,
Ooh,
and
what's my rainbow?
then I've got a mass guppy and platy breeding colony that has like a trillion fish in there, and another colony of yellow tiger endlers or cobra guppies or whatever you want to call them, because
Yeah.
the line between endler and guppy is
Yeah.
very blurry.
Right. Wow.
And I'm also breeding bristlenose plecos. I got a bunch of those in a 29 growing out. Kind of becoming a pain in the ass because they get big. I'm kind of afraid they're going to start breeding in there if I don't get rid of them soon.
So is there an LFS close to you that you could resell back to if your Bristlenose or whatever started making enough for you to sell?
Yeah, I've been selling most of my stuff online. The fish store near here, they don't want the bristlenose until they're like 3 inches.
Okay.
And by the time they're 3 inches, because they want to be able to sex them.
Yeah. Ooh, you can't. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you can sex them.
Some of them around the 2 inch, like a 3 inch long fin, probably not, but a
Yeah.
3 inch short fin. And I have
Okay.
a mix of both in there
And
because
yours are short fin?
no, a mix of both because I had a chocolate long fin and a chocolate short fin.
Uh-huh.
They spawned like half and half albino and chocolate, and most of them are long fin because I think the long fin gene is dominant.
Good. So
Yeah,
you got
people
a
like the
long
long fin.
fin brown, or what you said, chocolate, long fin chocolates?
Yeah, and there's a long fin albinos. That long fin albinos I sold almost immediately. Like everybody wanted those, and so I have a bunch of chocolates left now. So when they grow up, probably we'll just give them to or sell them to the LFS.
Let's see. Bob says that his black ghost knife was raised with other fish and hasn't ever eaten one. He takes food from his hand. Well fed, they're less. When fed well, they're less likely to predate. Tetras and Danios mix well with them. Fast and mostly mid to upper water. How big of a tank do they need, Bob? Like, could they be in a 40 breeder?
I
Or would
don't think
that be too
so.
small?
I think they get like in the 10 to 12 inch range.
Oh, hey, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Glad you're here. Huh. That's neat. And my wheels are turning. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I can't get nothing bigger than a 40, but man, I sure would like to raise one for someone and let them take it after that.
And if they would go in a 40, we would certainly have one by
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Well,
Black ghost knives can go up to 18. Yeah. Okay.
where at in Louisiana are you?
Just outside of Baton Rouge in a small city town called Central.
Oh, I know where that's at.
Oh, you
So,
do?
yep. Oh, I've got family that live down just north of the Chapalaya,
Okay.
and we used to go down there every year, but it's been several years since I've been back. But um, yeah, they they some Cajun people there. They definitely are. They definitely Cajun. When
Yeah.
I come back after being down there with them for a week, I come back with a little bit of that accent, which I wish I could keep, but that's all right. Well, you don't have that accent.
um, I know. I guess not. I mean, when I start blending with my family, like family reunions and holidays and stuff,
Yeah,
it'll start slipping out a little bit
yeah,
more.
yeah. It just does, doesn't it? It just rubs. It's like your brain remembers, and then
Mm-hmm.
it comes right back out.
My mother grew up in a small town called Pine Grove.
I know where
Close,
Pine Grove is.
yeah.
Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Hello. Danny Weshy. Hello.
Yeah, Pine Grove is a real slow backwoods
Yes.
southern draw.
Yes, it is.
Or like all one syllable words turn into like 2 or 3 syllables.
That's right. That is right. So correct. Yep. So, have you been there all your life?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, moved closer to LSU when I went to college, but I mean, I haven't lived outside of the greater Baton Rouge area, I guess you'd
Yeah.
say.
So, what did you go to college to do?
I went to college to be an engineer and graduated as an English major.
What?
Yeah. I ended up getting a job for the local paper around there called Tiger Weekly, and after a couple of years, I had worked my way up to editor in chief, and so I really enjoyed that more than engineering and math, and also because I was really terrible at engineering and math, so I just went with what I enjoyed doing and could do.
So, do you teach?
No, I got into working for government contractors as a proposal manager.
Wow.
It's a lot of writing and copy editing, and then like just managing deadlines. Very similar to when I worked for the paper, just managing teams and making sure that everything is compliant and everything is meeting deadlines, and just to bring in new work for the company.
So you got to go into an office every day, or you get to work from home?
I've been working from home for probably about 8 or 9 years now.
Oh, great. Heck yes. And then you just sit there and watch your fish tanks as you work, huh?
Uh-huh.
That's great.
Yep.
It's the way to
kind of set my own schedule.
Yeah.
So if I need to do a water change in the middle of the day, I usually can.
It's the way to do it. I wish I could take my fish tanks with me when I got to go landscaping. Say, all right, here, I'm going to set y'all right here. Don't grow too much algae in the sun while you're watching me. Wouldn't work. First, probably I'd have Rainey and Lena trying to drink all of the water out of the fish tank.
But my dogs like to drink the filter water from the bucket, like after I've cleaned out a filter.
I came up with the opinion that the reason the dogs prefer the water from the fish tanks, sumps, whatever, is because it's dechlorinated. Like the water, like if we were to go fill their water bucket up or water whatever up bowl with and set it on the floor for them to drink, we don't dechlorinate it. We just fill it up. But they love coming in here and drinking out of my sump, which is dechlorinated. Yeah, it's probably got some fishy poop. They may like that too. But I think it's because of the dechlorinator. I really do. There's dechlorinated.
I use Prime though. That's got to be just vile. I've never had a nice glass of Prime water though. I don't know how that tastes.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
No, haven't either. But I think that's why.
It's got what dogs crave.
Yeah. What do you need, 3G? What you got, Greg? What you need, Greg? I worked from home for the last 5 or 6 years after I stopped work. I doubled my aquariums within a year.
Oh my God. Well, Bob, I'm out of room in this house, I think, unless we were to start like getting rid of major appliances and furniture, which is not completely off the table, I guess.
Well, hey, part of it. Or you start going up. How high have you gone up with your racks?
That's a good point too. I gotta make good use of the vertical space.
That's what I had to do.
I mean, I've already taken over the dining room because who eats dinner in the dining room?
Well, I took over this half of the living room in the back, and because it's too big, we don't use that part of the living room. So I've got racks back there now with fish tanks on it. along with this little room I've got. Bottom Dweller says dechlorinator, water conditioner. What are these things?
Are you on a well, I guess?
I am not on a well. I do wish I was on a well.
Yeah.
In fact, that was a big long talk. I don't know if it was yesterday morning. It might have been on yesterday morning. No, Friday morning stream. Anyway, one of them streams, and about me going and getting the getting my well fixed, and that would solve hopefully a pretty good bit of my problems with having to do an RODI system that I just can't use.
Well, why can't you use it?
Because the amount of wastewater into what the amount of clean water I get out of it, the wastewater is too much. And it doesn't make my husband happy to throw away, say, 100. So see, you keep only like 55 out of 100 or whatever, so that 100 he wants to be able to use for something, but you can't use it. So what we've decided is we're going to use it as just a carbon filter, and I'm going to use rainwater and use it as a carbonator, and run the rainwater through that, and then see what I get water wise. I think.
What do you need it for? What do you need?
Discus and rams.
Oh.
Yeah, and then my angels and my blue Galaris Killies, their eggs need to hatch in a softer water. So yeah, I need to make some softer water.
What's your G8 from the tap?
My so my TDSs from the tap are about 400.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, that's why they're just so high. And then my pH is 7. 6.2. It floats in between 6.8, 7.70, or 7.2. It's always somewhere right in there. And then my TDSs are over 400, 376 coming out the tap. Once they've been in my tank for 2 weeks, they go up. I had one tank that was up to 896.
I think I've had one maybe that, like, some of my, like, I guess you call them, like, air quotes, high tech tanks with CO2 injection. I fertilize the crap out of. They can get into like the 600 and 700 TDS range.
Yeah.
But out of the tap, I have 0 GH, so I actually have to add some kind of mineralizer. But my KH is like 7 degrees, whatever math, 17.9 ppm times 7.
Yeah.
So my pH is around 8 out of the tap. Usually stabilizes around 7.6, 7.8.
Bottom Trailer says, yes, Stephen. He is on well, surrounded by wilderness prevention and certified organic farmland. So pretty good water. However, it's hard as heck. Luckily, the TDS from the tap is 680.
Damn. Yeah. What is that from? Like, all I know is, like, the only thing that's in my tap water is it's got chloramine, and it's got the carbonate hardness and 2 ppm of phosphate. Yeah. Which I guess you just call that free fertilizer.
Yeah. I don't know if you get that technical. I don't know. I haven't even tested my GH and KHs coming out of my faucet. I don't know how much it is in my rainwater either. So I need to check those. But yeah. I liquid rock.
I went down the testing rabbit hole. I have a ton of liquid tests in my cabinet that I used once, and I know I'll never touch again.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see.
And Mike keeps discus in it. Yep. Do they have babies though, Mike? John Sua, good to see you.
Yeah, I don't know much about discus other than when I was looking into them, I went into the Facebook realm where everyone thinks that discus need like
Yeah.
constant water changes of RODI water every day.
Yeah.
And I think it really just depends on where they were bred and raised. I mean, a lot of them, I think, are
Yes.
accustomed to just regular, normal aquarium water with some
Yeah.
hardness in it.
Yeah. I just think it comes down to, though, I mean, you can have them in those tanks, but if you're wanting to breed, then you got to start looking at other issues. I think that's when that comes into play. And of course, I want to breed. So, how to garden? How are you tonight? Well, Stephen, let's see some of your tanks.
All right. I'm gonna have to turn on some more lights. Lights out at 9 o'clock. So okay, I'm going to join the stream from my phone so I can be transient.
I don't want wild caught viscous dragon layer. You don't have to worry about that. I want checkerboard, peacock. No, no. What is it called? Not peacock gudgeons. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Parrot. I don't know. Greg, help me out. What do I want? All right. There you are.
Cool. Well, I'll start with the tanks I'm sitting in front of. Let's just shake this off.
Pigeon blood. That is very much correct. That's it. Very good. Very good. Very good, Greg. Very good.
Okay. So this is the guppy. Okay. Sound check. All good?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. So this is the guppy mosh pit.
I'll put you on solo.
Cool.
All right. That looks great, man.
Yeah, it's a fun little colony breeding project. There's also platies in here too.
Uh-huh. What?
But yeah, the colony breeding is fun just because you can get colors you've never seen before. Like I feel like every time I sit in front of this tank for a little while, I'll find one that I hadn't, like a color pattern that I hadn't seen before.
Right.
I also put some of those yellow tiger endlers in there and let them hybridize.
503 Aquatics. Hey, girl. She says that is a great tank, man. I like that tank. There's so much movement and so much color. All colors of the rainbow. Patrick Hardy says nice. Bottom Dwellers says I love that tank. That's what my 40 breeder needs to become. Is that what that is, a 40 breeder?
Yep. Sometimes I'll post a picture of this tank on Facebook and just to, elicit the reaction that I know it's going to get, which is like, you can't have that many fish. It does look insanely overstocked, but I mean, believe it or not, if I didn't want to, I wouldn't have to do water changes in here. It's very balanced.
Yeah. Even with all those fish in there, it looks really good.
Yeah, I don't clean the glass of the inside of the glass because, I mean, guppies and platies are cleaner fish in their own right.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize how much they would graze at the time, and I actually got panda cories. I'm like, well, we need a cleanup crew.
I love my panda cories. Mine are long fin panda cories.
Nice. I didn't see those at the time. Just got a few of these. I feel bad for them because they don't get to scavenge. I have to deliberately feed them.
Aw.
And see this guy right here with the bluish black tail.
Yeah.
That was a one-off guppy that came out, and I liked him so much I wanted to try to breed him just
Yeah.
to like get something that looks similar.
Right.
And so this is quarantine tank, but also guppies. And so I actually bred them and got a couple of these. I actually like these even better.
Those are pretty neat. Yeah, she's gonna be dropping soon.
Yep.
Wow. Very nice. Those are pretty cool looking, actually. The more I look at them, they're pretty cool looking.
Yeah, and Terry actually suggested I get an American Blue strain if I can find one to cross with these.
Okay.
I might that. Okay, let's see. Let me turn the light on the pleco tank. Freak them the hell out.
Very pretty. Very pretty. You have all these are in like your living room or?
This is the room where no one eats.
Okay.
Except for fish.
Right. You got a bunch of baby bristlenose.
Yeah.
They don't look so baby anymore.
Nah. Yeah. And I got the male in here because I separated him out of the 20 tall that he was in because he was just constantly wanting to breed. I feel like he was going to starve to death.
That was Skittles.
Oh yeah, the cherry shrimp for sure. I put like a dozen of them in here when I was growing out the bristlenose, and because the bristlenose eat and poop so much, cherry shrimp were very happy. Hundreds of them in here now.
Yep.
See, I feel like this bristlenose has bred already in here, because I mean, look at this. Look at this tiny one. I started growing these out in August. There's no way he's been in here for that long. And I put some endlers in here too because I was getting a lot of seed shrimp.
Uh-huh.
Let them go to town on that.
Well, I don't have any endlers anymore, but I guess they did. That tank I had them in wasn't overrun. How do you like those things you have on the side there? That that thing.
I mean, it's okay. Like I just wanted to make sure since I was putting like 160 baby plecos in here that I wasn't gonna get overrun with ammonia immediately. So just kind of a sanity check.
Yeah.
And it's been all right. I mean, I do change the water twice a week.
You have to calibrate it.
The ammonia tag?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is there I don't remember there being a calibration. I think it's just kind of stick it in the tank and in a few hours it'll kind of equalize and read the parameters. And I think they only last like a year before they're no good anymore.
Okay.
And my wife, since she's off for the summer, she brought home all of her fish and her plants. And I've had this Amazon sword in here for about a week, and the plecos are really enjoying it. In case anyone didn't know, plecos really love to eat sword plants. So if you've got a sword plant that's doing really bad like this, and you got plecos,
they'll eat it.
Yeah, they love it. Okay, now let's go up to Ames's favorite tank.
Uh-oh, Ames. Ooh. I like that moss.
The Marimo moss.
Yeah, I like how it grew on there like that.
Well, I glued it to there, and Marimo moss just kind of sits there.
Right.
It's very slow.
I couldn't get mine to do that. When I glued it, it was just unhappy.
Oh, you gotta wait. Like you gotta be patient. It like half of it turned gray and rotten and broke apart.
Yeah.
You just take it out, trim all that crap off, and then leave it alone. It'll be fine.
Huh.
I did grow a lot more out of it. Like I had about this amount on the tree, and then it grew so much that I ended up with big chunks of it that I took off.
I love it. I got one of those trees like that, or like the ones you buy that the miniature bonsai trees.
Yeah, the driftwood bonsais.
I've got one, and I've used it for several things. I've tried to put weeping moss on it, and then I've tried the Marimo moss, and I don't know, I've tried several different things. The best thing that was the Christmas moss, but it just, I don't know, it didn't look like the way I wanted it to look, so I pulled it out again.
I cannot get Java moss or Christmas moss to grow very well for me.
Yeah. Again, it's got to do with your water, I'm sure. But see,
yeah, but I mean, I feel like I can change my damn water, and I've changed it so much, and they just
still don't do it, huh?
What more do you want from me?
Right. Now, you know those scuds and those seed shrimp that I have. If I have any moss in that tank, they will take and strip it to just the veins, what I call it, just the vein, and it feels like really hard hair. It's really weird. But they sure will. They'll strip it.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And then in these breeder tanks, I like to have floating plants just because suck up nitrates.
Yeah.
So this is just a clump of pearlweed and I think water sprite in here. Yeah. A little bit of water sprite.
Danny West said that you were almost at 200. Let's help get you there. What is he at exactly, Danny? What are those? Endlers?
Yeah. Yellow tiger endlers or cobra guppies, depending on who you talk to.
You're sitting at 173.
Cool.
All right, you guys. If anyone in chat, come on, Fish Fam.
Yeah.
Let's work our magic. Let's get him to 200.
Only 827 until I'm at 1,000.
Look, the other day, both me and Mary Page were sitting at 666.
Nice.
She sent me a message. She said, we got to get off this. So she had her family to help us out, to get us off, and got us one off of it. So I was like, that was great.
Yeah, that's when you start making dummy accounts.
Yeah. Just to get off that number. You know. But yeah, water sprite grows over tanks. I throw tons of it on the compost once a month. Well, yeah.
What sort of gathering is going on here? I didn't even put food in here.
Oh, they found something goody to eat.
That makes me think there might be a dead fry or something underneath this snail orgy.
Or dead something.
Yeah. They're congregating, plotting. Alrighty, let's move on to the displays. Okay. So this is the first tank we ever got. Of course, it didn't look like this when we first got it.
Right.
And it's kind of going through an algae issue at the moment. Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn on the backlight as well. Let's see.
Right now, Patrick, that's your number right now. Got to get you off of that. Can any of my mods put Steven's link in chat for me, please? That would be grateful. Did he hang up? I think you hung up, Steven. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Right.
I had to go into my phone to turn on the backlight for this tank.
Okay.
You see the blue and the like orange.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got algae issues going on in here.
Okay. All right, Danny. I see it. I had to go. I had to scroll up. Sorry. Don't gripe at me.
But this tank is an example of what happens if you try to change too much at once.
Uh-huh.
So I got the backlighting, which is just extra light in the tank. And
try to change too much at once.
Whoa, I hear an echo.
So I changed. I had to get over to YouTube because I can't click on things on StreamYard so that I can get to your link to your thing. Anyway, sorry.
Cool. I was making sure I wasn't screwing something up.
No, it was all me.
Cool.
174. All right.
Look at this dumbass zebra loach thinking he's hiding. That's why I put the magnet there so I could see him. He likes to hide in there.
Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. Wow. That tank looks really, I don't know if it's the colors that you have going or whatever the light's doing. It's making that pink and that red like glow.
In the background?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's an actual light. I can go around the back and show you what I did. And I have a video on that as well.
It looks amazing.
Let's see. So yeah, I got this strip lights arranged in this sunset sort of pattern.
Okay.
And this black light backlight bar. This is made by Current USA. Their Current Serene kit.
So why is that one facing backwards though? It's not facing into the tank.
Because it's.
Oh, bounce.
I don't know why, but if I turn it downward,
it shows.
It like there's too much concentration of light at the top.
True.
So yeah, it's weird.
That looks really cool though. It really does.
Yeah, really I have to dial in the light, CO2, and fertilizer again because of the added light.
Is it going with which CO2? The little fluval one, or you got your own, or?
Yeah, it's kind of dark. I don't know if you can see it, but 5-pound cylinder down there.
Okay.
Then this canister filter, and then this little reactor right here that diffuses in line.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. I really appreciate it. I had to go over to YouTube to click on it to be able to get to it. I can't do it through StreamYard. And I knew that y'all had been posting it, but I just didn't know how far back I was going to have to go. So those are a type of barb?
Which ones?
On the bottom there, below or in the middle of the angels? What are those?
So the ones with the stripes, like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Those are the Melanitania McCullochi.
Rainbows?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the big ones are the Australian rainbows.
Okay, so this is your rainbow tank with the angels.
This is one of my rainbow tanks.
Oh, you're a rainbow lover.
I like me the rainbows.
All Ginger gave me a couple of those lights and screens with tanks. Ooh, you gonna set you one up, Bob? I've got the bar, the Kirby bar that goes at the bottom that's got that blows the air bubbles up. I've got that one, but I haven't done it yet.
Even the dang snails are growing algae in here.
I love
But yeah, this algae stuff is totally my own stupidity, trying to change too much at once.
I think
All the plants were happy, but not me. I got to tinker.
Yeah, I do too. But I think it looks good.
It'll get back to where it was eventually.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All a work in progress.
Yeah. So, Jess, do you breed angels too?
I am starting to, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Actually, these two, I've had them for going on 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I thought they were both male or both female, and they were fighting all the time. And I was like, I'm gonna have to separate them.
Yeah.
And it turns out this is a lady.
All right.
And they still fight all the time, but I've learned that that's just what they do.
Have they bred any?
Well, she laid eggs, but there's no way these eggs, like she's not going to be able to fend off all these rainbows from those eggs.
Yeah.
And it's not like I gave her a safe spot to lay them either. She laid them on the heater at one point.
Yeah, no. Well, dang. You could put you a divider, just kind of make you a little divider and kind of just slide down in there when they're ready to breed, and then keep the others away from them until they're done, and pull the eggs and pull your little divider.
Yeah, if I ever want to actually start breeding them, I gotta actually have space to raise. I mean, how many eggs do they usually raise? Like 200 or so? I think it's something ridiculous like that.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Mine, I'm trying to tank raise mine. So they've gone 3 times right now. They're working on their 4th. So maybe they'll get it this time.
Oh, yeah. And the rosy tetra. These poor guys. About a year ago, I had 9 in here and I lost 6 of them.
What?
To, I guess, columnaris or something. Something just like wiped them out really fast.
What was it now? What are we looking at?
These rosy tetras. There's hard to see above that Renekii plant. And there's one down there in the back.
Okay, yeah, I see them.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. They used to be more confident, but now there's only 3 of them. And they're just like, why are we with all these goddamn massive fish? I got to find a better place for them, I think.
That means you get a new tank. Hey, puppy dogs. Sweet.
All right. Couple more tanks.
All right.
To show here.
Speaking of, my baby is not underneath me. That is odd. Daddy must have her.
There we go.
Daddy confiscated her.
So this is my second CO2 injected tank with it's a Fluval Spec 16 gallon. And it's got an alien beta that I just got a couple weeks ago.
Awesome. Oh, I love how the blue glows.
Yeah, I need to figure out a lighting solution. Just the way this light is fixated, unless he's swimming directly under the light, he kind of goes into the shadows. I need to figure out a way to elevate this light, but also keep the tank covered. Otherwise, he'll jump out for sure.
Huh.
Yeah, see, he's hiding, and I can't even see what's going on with him.
What is that goes around the edge right there?
This right here?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a feature of the Fluval Spec. Since it's a rimless tank, they decided to put this kind of like grid around it that supposedly hides the water line, but it doesn't.
Wow.
Let's see. And there are other fish in here. trying to find.
Well, you have 33 people watching you, sir. So,
all right.
doing a good job.
Oh yeah, there's it's hard to see. There's one of those lame ass killifish in the back though. And then the adorable pygmy cories and Habrosis cories.
Dragon Lair says most betas look better with upper front lighting.
Upper front lighting. Okay.
And then what is that plant to your left right there? That green lush plant.
That's pearlweed.
Pearlweed. I got some pearlweed now, so mine look like that.
Yeah, all the pearlweed I had floating in that other tank, and the pearlweed here, and I've got it in other tanks as well. It all came from one pot from Aquarium Co-op.
Awesome.
So yeah, upper front lighting. I just need to figure out what I can, since this is a manufacturer tank kit all in one, I got to figure out what'll fit on top of here. Because, yeah, he looks cool. He's just not looking cool right now. He thinks I'm going to feed him again. Maybe I can get him under the light with his beta mirror thing.
Very nice. I love those beta mirrors. They don't last forever, but man, I like them. Steven, have you seen those submerged lights bars? You can put them along the front edge just under the water. I have one. I can show it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
It's I haven't put it in my tank yet, but I'll show it to you what it is. Oh, I can't wait to put it in there. Let's see. We'll show it. I'll show it when you get done showing the tanks.
Okay. Well, let's see. I've got one more, and then, yeah, the kids' tanks. There's currently people in those rooms right now, so.
Okay. Well, you don't have to do that today.
Yeah.
We can do that.
I'll show show this last one.
Okay. Is that one of the breeder boxes from Corey?
Yes.
How do you like it?
It's fine. I mean, it's a good design, I guess.
Okay.
It has the constant water flow.
Yeah.
I also have that Marina brand like hang on the side breeder box that uses air to push water through.
Yes.
I like them both equally, really. This one's kind of more convenient.
Yeah. Hey, Catfish Terry. Yeah, I was wondering how those are. I like just the plain cheap mesh ones. I mean, I've got 3 of those that hang on the sides and, and all that. But, I mean, with guppies and mollies, it's just easy for me to grab, throw them in that, let them have the babies, and then pull them out and move the babies from home. Done. But
yep. I only have this because my wife, with her eagle eyes, she was spotting Cory eggs in this tank.
Oh.
So I just dropped some in there, and this one's hatched, and he's almost ready to just be released into the tank.
Yeah.
And let's see, there's another tiny one. Yeah, here he is there he goes right there. Y'all see that? And while I had this breeder box set up, a pseudo-McGill rainbow fry wandered in here and took refuge.
Yeah.
All So wider view of the tank.
What is that right there blooming? It looks like a flower that to the left. That, yeah, just a leaf, but it looks like a big flower.
Yeah, red tiger lettuce.
Yeah, golly, that was so pretty. It looked like a red, oh, I don't know, like one of those Hawaiian flowers or something. That was in from the front view. It looked like a Hawaiian flower. It was very pretty. I have those too. I don't have them in big enough tanks to do them any good, but
yeah, they will take over.
Yeah,
and they will actually fight to the death with other nearby rooting plants.
Really? Huh. Well, very, very pretty planted tanks.
Hang on a second. I'm going to up the lighting on this a little bit.
Okay. All right.
All right. It's a little bit better.
That looks great. I mean, like, totally awesome. Even with the color fish you picked to put in it, it all goes.
Yeah, this is my other rainbow tank. So you see the Bosemani and
hibiscus. That's it, darling. Hibiscus. 3G says this dude could give Chubz a run for his money.
So here's the thing with Chubz. Okay, he has a tank that looks just as gorgeous as this, but he doesn't inject CO2.
Right.
So he automatically wins because there's no way in hell I could get a tank like this without CO2.
Hear ya. Well.
And subwater tank, the only moss I can reliably grow.
See, I can't wait to see what mine looks like. Right now, it's just barely growing. Does it take a long time to grow?
Yes.
Okay.
Very slow.
Dang. Where should it be? Where should I have it? Just laying on some sand right now? Is that
yeah, in shade, like lightly shaded.
Oh, okay. It doesn't.
I have it directly under this light, which is not a good place for it. It will get some hair algae that I have to pick out of there sometimes. It'll get algae on top of it.
Yeah.
And it'll trap food. I used to actually have, believe it or not, a colony of cherry shrimp breeding in here with these big ass rainbows. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But there was just one night that the rainbows are like, you know what? I think we're gonna kill all the shrimp in here tonight.
So they did. Schooly, thank you for coming and hanging in with us this long. You have a good night. Natural Aquariums, welcome.
I can't see the chat, but hello.
Catfish Terry Chubz is he got called in to a job to go be a captain on drive one of their tugboats last minute. So we have you have just me, and then we have Stephen, who's the guest, Stephen P 2003. I don't know why it gets tongue ties me right there.
It rhymes.
It does. It rhymes, but it tongue ties me right at the Stephen P 2 right there. I'm goofy though. Hey Adele, you're back again.
I thought about adding aquatics after my name, just because everybody else does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do have aquatics.
Yeah.
You could do aquatics. You could do aquariums.
I'm just gonna leave it how it is, and people, you're just gonna have to remember it. I got some boosts that's actually flowering right now.
Oh, cool.
And the rest of it looks like crap, but there's a nice little flower coming out.
Such a pretty tank. Such a pretty tank.
And then this background just made out of spray foam and sand and paint. And then the purple is blackbeard algae that started growing on it, and then the plecos keep it trimmed down. So I just leave it how it is. I like it.
Yeah. Well, if that's how you like it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got these other Melanitaneous Goldie Eyes from the Cura River collection point. I got these from Dan's Fish.
Oh, wow. Very pretty. So pretty. Okay. All right. Chubz is going live, so he's back.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So, Steven, what we do at this point, since Chubz is back, we swap over to his channel. So, look, I wanted to, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way, Steven. Before we go over to, before we run over to Chubz's, I wanted to see if any of our fish fam would, if you were in the service, you served, or you're a vet, if you didn't mind coming up on panel, and I can put the link in chat, and let us thank you in person for what you have done for us, and that also gives us the chance to thank you for, you know, being who you are. And if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to be doing this. So I guess it's kind of like a shake your hand through the screen. But if you want to, you can. The link is in chat. If not, that's fine. And we can go ahead and roll on over to Chubz's channel. I just wanted to give everybody the choice to do that. And I really do appreciate Steven for being our guest and letting us look at your beautiful tanks, man. And you got room to move up, you know? So, yeah. But, okay, well, we'll catch them over there. But, so the people that I know right off the top of my head, but if I say it, I don't want to leave anybody out and let them make them feel bad, is Kenny and Rocco. Rocco's not here. I'm not sure who else served. If you did, let me know. But I guess we will go ahead and move over to Chubz's stream, you guys. So I guess we will see you guys over there. Thank you again, mods. Thank you so much for helping me out. I needed it, and y'all were there to help me. Thank you so very much. Everybody in chat, thanks for being here as well. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a Monday night stream. So thank you for being here every Monday night and supporting us. So we're going to move over to Chubz's now. I'll see you guys over there.
Awesome.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.